Warning, this video reveals some pretty brutal comments from some actual special people out there. Haters. They put a fear in entrepreneurs that stop them from getting their genius out there to the world. They're mojo killers. Haters will kill your shine, and they're not easy to ignore, but hopefully what I share with you in this video will stop those from affecting your mojo ever again. Now, sometimes haters are just people that don't like your style, and that's cool. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But most of the time, they're just lonely individuals with a lot of time on their hands who would rather spend their time putting negative comments on your marketing just to bring you down and make themselves feel more superior in some freaky, weird way. Whatever the case, obviously they don't understand the concept of karma, and they just want to contaminate your space with their toxic rants. Now, I've had my fair share of haters. There was the bowling ball guy who seemed to show up on every post and every video I did. He was pretty special. Now, there's the regular boob comments because that's original, but there was one creative young fellow who referred to a milking session. Maybe he was just really into farm animals. Now, I'll be honest, when we put ourselves out there, we do open ourselves up to other people's negative crap. All the time I hear of clients who are ready to launch the business of their dream, but they're frozen in fear of being ridiculed by the public and even shunned by their friends and family. I get it, I've been there. I've been to so many personal development courses. There was one phase where I lost all of my friends. They even had a barbecue to discuss the fact that I was in part of a cult. Because God forbid, my life was awesome at the time and other people couldn't handle that. That's the time where you get new friends. Stepping up into your genius and getting known as an authority in what you teach is scary. But do you know what's more scary? Staying exactly where you are, frozen in fear, not having the freedom to shine. But do you know what's even worse than that? There are people out there who need help in their business, their lives, their relationship, their health, that only you and your genius can help them with. Whatever field you're in, whatever your passion is, it's the way you deliver it. It's the way you teach it. It's the way you share your stories. That's what's going to resonate with those particular people. They will resonate with you and your genius and the way you get your message to the world. It's not about your competitors. It's about who they connect with. But you can't reach those people if you're hiding behind the fear of the haters, those insecure, mojo-killing little leeches that are reflecting their issues onto you, and you're allowing it to stop you in your tracks. Now, I know it's not always a fast process to be able to take those hits, but just as I learned in kickboxing, the first couple of times I got hit in the stomach, it hurt and it took the wind out of me. But as I strengthened my core, I could learn to take the hits and they wouldn't affect me, and I'd get back on track straight away. It's exactly the same with those mojo killers. Gradually, those people don't affect you, and you can take that energy and focus it on the people that you can help. Focus it on the lovers. Now, I'm a fiery Croatian, and dealing with these people, it's not new to me. It's something I've always had to deal with. And I used to be the first person to fight back, tooth and nail. I would be in there. You cannot treat me that way. And I'd fight and I would fight, and it would drain my energy. Then I realized all I was doing by fighting back was fueling the fire, and those arguments would escalate, and it was making me just as bad as them. Whatever stuff they've got going on in their world, it's not your problem. You don't have to try and fix it. Just accept the fact that they've got their own issues that you don't have to deal with. It's their own shit, and don't let it stop you from being in your genius. Now, I used to be that person who would never delete comments. I would actually argue it there in public, but it's very different now. I just can't be asked with the negative energy of fighting them. It only makes them fight back more, and it's a never-ending shit fight, and it's not worth it. Now, sometimes some people still trigger me, like young Willy Whopper this week on Instagram. But I had to let it go and eventually walk away after a few shutdown comments maybe. See, I don't even want to create this video because I know by doing this I'm actually giving a whole lot of energy to those haters, which is probably going to attract some into my life. But it was really important for me to get this message across to you. So the best thing you can do is just ignore it, and quite often your lovers will take over. All the people who follow you, who love your work and get a real transformation from what you teach, sometimes they'll jump to your defense and you don't even have to say a word. The other option is you reply with a shutdown comment, which is a positive one usually, so they can't actually reply without looking like more of a douchebag. And finally, just delete it. Get it out of your life, forget about it, and let it go. And remember, for every freak that is trying to bring you down, there's a bigger group of people who love your work and whose lives you can really help. And the more you put yourself out there, the more you can get your message out to those people and change lives. It is my legacy to inspire as many people as I can while I'm on this earth. And if I didn't step up to the plate and dance past those shit stirrers, then I wouldn't get the privilege to be in contact with the amazing people I get to engage with today. Now, if you're ready to dissolve your fear and get yourself out there as an authority in your market, then I've got some free training for you over at boomformula2.com/free. You can go over there, learn how to create that celebrity-like status, create an online leverage program, and get yourself out there to the world. Those people are waiting for you and the way you deliver it, the way you share your message. So don't deprive them of your genius. Get yourself out there, forget about the bullies, and start doing what you really love. Boom!